Hi, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for your support. If this is your first time, kindly help us by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. Also, touch the notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, actually, today's class is a kind of a continuation from our previous video. Okay, so I would like you to go back to that video, watch it carefully so you can follow suit. This is also a tutorial on behalf of those that have been given me messages that I should be making videos on how I sew the clothes after cutting. Okay, so as our previous video, we did a thorough video on how to cut this. Okay, so we made a video on how to cut this illusion neckline with yoke. Okay, so when you watch the video, it will help you understand very well what we are doing on this one. So I've gone ahead to use what we cut out, to use our pattern to cut out all those pieces. Okay, the front, the back, the yoke line also. Okay, so here I also cut out the sleeve. Okay, I also cut out the sleeve. I'll be making use of this too. Okay, I'll be using this one as a four for the hand, and this is the pencil sleeve. Okay, so we go together and do the cutting. I've also padded this. Okay, this is the side, the front side, and this is the front center. Okay, so I've go ahead to cut out this, and as you can see, I left some allowances here. Okay, for the joining of the illusion. So when you are padding yours, make sure you leave some allowances here. Okay, and even up here. All right, and I've also cut out my linings. Okay, so this is the back and this is the front. So actually I'm making a peplum top. So maybe after joining all those things, we'll now cut out the peplum and attach it to width. So right now, let's go to the machine and do the joinings together. Okay, so the first thing to do now is for me to join the front part. Okay, so this is the center front and this is the side. Okay, so I'm joining this excuse me, I'm joining it this way and I'm joining this one too. Okay, so I will join this side and I will join this. All right, so I'm going to be using half an inch to join the both sides. So when stitching, reaching at this curved area, which is the under bust, you stop, raise up your, okay, then flip it in this way so that both the center part and the side will be equal. Okay, so as you are making your stitching, you are adjusting it so that the two will be equal. So as you can see, after stitching, you have the bulge nails out. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so here I have to notch out the zip area. Okay, so I'll go ahead and also join the back piece. I'll go ahead to join the back piece using half an inch. Okay, so the same way you join the main fabric is the same way you're going to join your linings. Okay, so haven't done that now. I've joined all the linings, both the front part and the back piece. So the next thing to do now is to attach the our main dress. Okay, I'm going to be attaching the sorry the yoke to the dress. Okay, first of all attach the yoke to the dress before turning it out with the lining. Okay, so I'll be attaching the back piece, the yoke, to the dress first. But before you start stitching this, make sure that you just take back your measurement, okay, to make sure that you get your length correctly, okay. So when I measure this out, I still have my 18 inches, 17 for the half inch, and um 1 inch for the joining, okay, for the shoulder joining and for the joining of the down part to the peplum. All right, so I'll just go ahead this way and make my stitch using half an inch that we added when cutting this. Okay, so go ahead now to stitch this out to this point. Okay, here I've fixed off the back. I've joined the upper part to the lower parts. Okay, this is what we have. So go ahead now to join the front piece. Okay, so I'm trying to cover up this center part, okay, so that it won't be revealing the inside of my dress. So I have to cut out another piece. Okay, I have to cut another piece to cover this place up. So I'm going to just stitch this round. So after doing this now, I will go ahead to trim out the excess part. So I will start by attaching this from the down part. Okay, I will attach this at the down part. I'll start at the down part this way, alright, and I'll use half an inch to attach it round through the upper part to the armhole side, okay, through this upper part. Okay, after sewing up for the center parts, I have to flip it out to sew up this other side, okay. Okay, so after fixing for this side, we go over to fix for the other side. So this time around, we are going this way. Okay, so I'll start again to stitch from the down part, okay, then through this side. Okay, so this is what we have. So this is the center part, okay, and this is the illusion neck. So the next thing for us to do now is to turn this out with our lining. I'm going to be showing you how you'll be turning this, okay. Okay, remember that we joined our lining differently, the two front Okay, the two front side and the other front side. So we are going to be joining this differently. Okay. Okay, so for us to turn this with our lining, first of all, you flip this, you flip the neckline, okay, toward the front side of your dress. All right. Then after that, you turn this, you turn one side, okay, to this other side, like so. Okay, you turn it like so. Then you bring your lining. That's the front piece, and this is the back piece. So we first of all make for this side. So what we have to do is to turn this to the, okay, remember this is the front part. So we are turning this so that we can be able to stitch the inner part. Okay, so you turn to the right side. All right, you turn to the right side this way. Then you go ahead and start your stitching. So for this part, we'll be stitching the inner part first. This is the lining and this is the inner part. So we are going to be stitching it out like so, this way. Then you make your stitching round to the neckline. So make sure that you flip this inside well so that you won't stitch the sides. Okay, then you stitch the neck line this way, okay, to the armhole, so that when you after that, when you flip it, you have it to be like this, okay, thereby covering this center piece. So I'll just do this first one, so I will show you the effect then we do for this second one. Okay, so after stitching it out, this is what we have. So I can just go ahead now to turn this like so. So as you can see, it comes out very neat. So I think the sun is reflecting on this. Just bear with me. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so for this side, you can also turn that out. You just go back to this as it is. So this is how it was when we sew it. So what we have to do is just for us to take this inner one inside, shift it very well so that we won't do a mistake of stitching it together with this. Okay, then we will take this down like so and make our stitch. Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is the side. Okay, so this is the center. I can go ahead now and pull this out. Okay, when I open it out, we have this. So it's the inner part. So as you can see, it's so simple to do. So this is the center part, and this is the side. There's the neck area. So I'll just quickly do the same thing to this other side and cover this out. Okay, so this is also how you're going to be doing for the back piece. All right. Okay. Okay, so this is the back piece. This is the wrong face, and this is the right face. So turn to the right face, flip this illusion inward. Okay, flip the yoke inward then. Alright. Then you stitch this way. So you stitch at both end. Okay, that is all. I'll be stitching this first because I want to top stitch it. So I'll stitch on the neckline first, then top stitch it, then stitch the both side. Okay, I've joined the back piece. I've also turned it with the lining. So the next thing to do now is to shape the both side using the body measurement. But this time around, we'll be dividing by 2 instead of 4. Okay, so just join the back and the front, then um use your body measurement to shape the both sides. Okay, now I've joined up the shoulder and the both side. Okay, and I've also joined the shoulder. I used my bias to tape the neckline. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is to fix the sleeve. Like I said, I want the sleeve to be two, one four and one main sleeve. Okay, so when you look at this picture, you will see that I've already fixed for this hand. Okay, so I just find it needful for us to do the other one together so that you will understand better. Okay, so what you have to do now is to start by fixing up your sleeve. All right, let's start by fixing up your sleeve. I believe you know how to fix your sleeve by now. All right, okay. I usually start it up this way. So I'm going to be fixing up the side, starting from the midpoint. So I'll fix up those points this side, after which I'll fix up the other side. Okay, I've already marked where I will be attaching this other sleeve, the fourth sleeve. So what I have to do now is when I stitch up, reaching to that point, I will stop. Then I will raise up the sleeve up this way. Then I will attach the four. Then take the sleeve back. Then I'll continue with my stitching. So I have to flip this one inward this way, okay, so that I can be able to sew it at the other side. Okay, just make sure that you are sewing the wrong face. Okay, so after attaching it now, I will use the round sleeve measurement to shape all the sleeve. Okay, then I will take my round waist to cut out the peplum. And I will divide whatever I have at this my waistline. I will divide it by 6.28. And I'll use it to cut out the peplum. Then I'll attach the peplum. Then attach my zip, and that will be all. Okay, so this is the result of our dress. So thank you so much for watching to the end. Till we meet in my next class. Love you all. Bye.